I'm Kim Philby, Major. That is Colonel Philby, KGB, retired. I think you'll find I have an appointment with General Govorshin, the chairman of the KGB.
General Govorshin left 3 hours ago.
It is impossible. I was summoned for an important conference with him.
I regret the Comrade General charged me to make an alternative arrangement.
And what, pray, might that be?
Major Valery Alexeyevich Petrovsky. At ease. You're a fortunate man, Major Petrovsky. You've been chosen for a mission of the utmost importance. If you are successful, you will return to honors and promotions beyond your dreams. As chairman of the KGB, I am giving you a direct order. You will accept my authority and my authority alone. You will consult neither your camp commandant nor the head of the illegals directorate. Nor will you reveal details of this mission to anyone. Major Pavlov here will be in charge of your briefing. If you have any questions, you will direct them to him. They tell me you are the star of the illegals directorate. You need to be.
Back here in London, it's 16 minutes to midnight, and here in Trafalgar Square, huge crowds are already gathering to welcome in the new year. Everyone's in good spirits. The crowd is cheerful but orderly, and the police so far have had an easy time. St. John's ambulance have only had to deal with a few people fainting. Up in the studio in Glasgow, a Hogmanay party is in full swing. So, let's go north of the border to join in the fun.
Roger, I've got the reinforcements.
Drunken sod.
It's Jeremy. Down, Nigel, to open the bloody door. James, Happy New Year.
What flat do you want, sir?
I've got the reinforcements for Nigel.
Yes, but what flat number, sir?
Don't worry. I'll follow the noise.
Happy New Year. Preston. Come and sit down.
Preston, I have told the committee that I did not authorize your action last night. I've also told them that you needlessly alerted Berenson to our investigations by recklessly blowing up his safe.
Presumably you have some explanation for this decision, Preston.
Well, we've got Berenson. What we need now is the name of his controller. If Berenson believes it was only a burglary, he won't be afraid to contact him.
That still doesn't explain why you didn't ask for my authorization.
You wouldn't have given it.
And that'll be all, Preston.
Berenson's away, I take it.
He's at a house party in Yorkshire with his wife.
Yes, but tomorrow is Saturday, Sir Anthony. We don't expect him back until Monday. We'll pick him up then.
But do you go along with that, Preston?
He has a girlfriend.
I'm sorry. What's that got to do with it?
Quiet.
I wouldn't be surprised if he found an excuse to leave the wife in Yorkshire, come back early, and start the new year with a bang.
I see. What do you want, Preston?
Round-the-clock surveillance, 3 teams of watchers, phone tap, mail intercept, everything immediately.
24 men around the clock for an indefinite period. That would have been wrecking at least 3 of our current operations.
Brian, I'm sure you'll agree this Berenson business is of overriding importance.
Oh, yes, well, of course, Sir Anthony.
All right, Preston, you've got it. Gentlemen, I suggest we reconvene after lunch.
Preston, got a moment? Close the door. Just what the hell do you think you're playing at? First, you have the unmitigated gall to proceed without my permission. Then you deliberately try to embarrass the service in front of that shit Irving. Of course, I'm well aware that you somehow consider yourself as outside the normal chain of command. But let me remind you that this is a service, not a free-for-all. And when you've finished showing off, you come back to work for me. And I, as Director General of the Security Service...
Acting Director General. Bernard Hemmings isn't dead yet.
Look, Preston, let's get this straight. If, or rather when, I am confirmed as head of this department, you are just going to disappear without trace.
I will bear that in mind.
Meantime, I want another report, complete in every detail, on my desk before you go home.
Would that include this meeting, sir?
Do it!
Yes, sir.
General Gavoshian asked me to give you this, your final instructions.
Okay, could you put these in the car for me? Thank you. Nigel. Bernard, how are you?
Terrible. But I'd rather you didn't mention it to Harcourt Smith. Or has that little shit already got me dead and buried?
Not quite. But he does seem pretty confident he'll be your successor.
Has he got rid of all my people?
No, there are still a few flies in his ointment. John Preston in particular.
Good man, John. What's he been up to?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Preston's caught that prick Berenson leaking NATO papers. And I'd appreciate a little chat about what we might do with him.
Julia? How was the New Year? So. How about tonight, then?
Yes, lovely.
7?
Okay.
Fine. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Something's come up. I'm afraid I'll have to skip tonight.
Why? Is it Angela?
No, it's the bloody office.
Oh, George, I'm sorry.
So am I. I'll call you tomorrow, all right? Bye.
Bye.
I like drinking at home. I like drinking at home. Home. Well, I don't have to listen.
Chummy has gone to ground. pizzeria on Fillmore Walk.
It's a long way to go for a pizza. I think we'll join him. Do you think Jimmy's overdoing it a little?
Gloria don't seem to be objecting.
Well done, Charlie.
Hello, here we go.
Don't you like your pizza, Mr. Berenson? No, we don't go. It's a drop.
So what do we do about Berenson?
Better give him the first team. Oh, shit.
What?
Takeaway pizzas in boxes. William, go with the pizzas. Manager again. Who gets special service? He does. We'll take this one.
Hello, Angela. Nigel Irving.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, of course. How silly of me. Were we expecting you?
Not exactly. Do you mind if we come in?
No. Please do.
Is George in?
Yes, of course. Darling!
In North Wales, severe blizzards have come.
Hello, George.
Nigel. How nice.
I wonder if we might have a quiet word.
Yes, of course. Do sit down.
Quiet New Year's holiday? You're not missing something, are you?
What do you want, Nigel?
I thought you might be missing something. Like this. These are yours, I believe. But these, beyond a doubt, never were.
I don't suppose there's much I can say, is there?
I don't know. Try me.
All right. Well, for years now I've taken the attitude that there was only one struggle on this planet worth a damn. The fight against world communism. And it has long seemed to me ridiculous that the most committed anti-communists in the Southern Hemisphere, the South Africans, should be excluded from NATO planning because of some unfashionable domestic attitudes.
So was this your idea? Or did someone approach you?
I met someone at a party.
Or did he meet you? Jan Murray.
Seems our Secret Service is up to scratch.
Just what exactly have you been passing him? It would be awfully helpful to know.
I gave him any relevant documents to NATO that crossed my desk.
NATO. Mm-hmm. Well, I hope they didn't pay you in cash, Berenson. The Rand's taken a bit of a dive lately.
I didn't do it for money. I did it because I believed it was right.
A man of principle to the last.
You can bloody well sneer, Irving. But perhaps I'm more of a patriot than you are.
You may be interested in this. It's an extract from the debriefing of a recent Soviet defector, which pinpoints a Soviet agent in the South African Foreign Service. And this is a summation of the South African internal investigation, which identifies the man as one Jan Marais.
What?
You've betrayed your country. You've passed untold numbers of secrets to Moscow and endangered the lives of British men and women. And I'd say you've weakened NATO, perhaps irretrievably.
Oh, my God.
Just you and your schoolboy politics and your idiotically conceited faith in your own importance. Now, some of our more muscular colleagues favor taking you to a cell and going to work on you with a carving knife and a pair of pliers. The rest would like to feed you to the newspapers and throw what's left into prison for 20 years. It's a tricky choice, isn't it? However, this is what you will do. You will resume your special relationship with Moscow. Only this time, I shall be supplying the papers. Understand? Then later, when we've finished, we can decide what to do with you.
I'm very grateful, Nigel.
Good operation. Damn good.
The turning of Berenson?
No, a false flag recruitment and the way he was run. Very clever. I've been thinking, it reminds me of someone.
Who?
General Yevgeny Sergeyevich Karpov, Deputy Head KGB.
He's sort of your opposite number, then?
You could say that, yes. I shall enjoy feeding him a few wrong turns for a change.
Old Guard ousted from the ruling Politburo. Captain Stern, who's a well-known Kremlin watcher. We also have with us Colonel Caine, who quit Moscow to come to the West last year. Colonel, who's now the leader of the minority hardline group in the Politburo?
Certainly it will be the KGB chief, Govorshin.
How secure would you say he is?
General Govorshin is in delicate situation, unless comes some change in world power balance to justify his hard-line policy.
You talk about a hard line.
KGB chief, Govorshin.
How secure would you say he is?
General Govorshin is in delicate situation, unless comes some change in world power balance too.
General Karpov, General Borisov on line 1.
General Borisov.
General Karpov.
Pavel Petrovich, how are you?
Fine. I need to talk to you.
Yes?
It's serious. Can we meet today?
Well, where are you?
I'm not down. I'm fishing.
All right, I'll drive out this afternoon.
Good.
Natasha, I won't be back after lunch.
I'll call your driver.
No, I'll drive myself.
Come on, my friend. That was quick. All right. I'm good. I'm good.
Nastorovia. Yevgeny Sergeyevich. How long have we known each other? Get to the point, Pavel Petrovich. Why are you stripping my department? Why am I what? Stripping me clean. Every day something new is taken from me. First, the very best agent we have specializing in Britain, Major Valery Petrovsky. And then a forged life story, meticulously maintained over the years. A legend that fits Valery Petrovsky like a glove. Where do you want me to stop? Couriers, their documentations, radio men, and then the coding crystals for a sleeper transmitter you yourself planted when you were head of the KGB in London. What the hell are you mounting over there? Whose authority has been on all these transfers? Gavorsian? But Comrade General Chairman Gavorsian knows nothing about Western Europe. That's why I was sure that you knew of this.
Pavel Petrovich, old friend, I give you my word. I'm not the one who's wrecking your department.
Then what the hell is going on? Yevgeny Sergeyevich, I'm sorry. I thought that you...
No. In your position, I would have thought the same.
So, who is advising Gavorsian on England apart from ourselves? You think he's trying to embarrass you? Maybe remove you?
Not as far as I know. Though he and I have not had any fireside chats lately.
Something's wrong here, Yevgeny. Take care. Take care.
I'll look into it. Stay well, old friend. And stay silent. By the way, what's the name? What's the name, the legend? The name of the legend?
Ross. James Edward Ross.
Mr. Ross?
Yes?
I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm Jill Dunkley.
How do you do?
Absolutely bloody mayhem out there.
I'm sorry?
It's the traffic. Quite frightful. I got stuck for half an hour behind some motorized carrot pulper or something. Anyway, I gather you're looking for 3 months left.
Yes, that kind of thing.
Are you a single man, Mr. Ross?
My wife will be joining me as soon as we sell our house in Plymouth.
Oh, well, that's nice. This is the attic upstairs.
I see. Thank you.
Then there's the bathroom. And this is the second bedroom. One does hear the occasional sound from the Baywaters American Air Base, but I hope it doesn't bother you.
No, that doesn't bother me at all.
Yes.
General?
Tell the first courier to proceed.
Yes, sir.
For passengers arriving on Swiss Air Flight 387, please collect their luggage from ground floor.
Hey, you must be our new neighbor.
I suppose I must be. Jim Ross.
Tom McWhirter. Oh, anytime you feel like drop around, huh?
I'll do that. Thank you.
You're a problem, Preston. You see, while you've been away, young Mathers has been heading up your section. And he's done an excellent job, very thorough. So, of course, it would be grossly unfair to push him back to his second slot now. But as luck would have it, a vacancy has suddenly appeared. In C5.
C5? That's airports and ports, isn't it?
Do you know, I do believe it is. But I think you could look on it as a real career move.
Well, you can't keep a good man down, can you, Mr. Smith?
Well, I expect your talents will be equally appreciated in airports and ports.
John, this telex just came in for you.
Give it to young Mather. I don't work here anymore.
Where are you working then?
Airports and bloody ports.
Hey, wee man! Where'd you pass? Are you deaf or something? I want to see your pass.
Gold fillings.
Lily white hands, soft palms. So, what we've got is a deckhand from a Russian trawler who looks like he's never handled anything harder than a bar of soap, coming out of Glasgow docks at 2 a.m. in the morning.
No forged papers?
Nothing unusual at all.
I think we better have another look at these effects.
The junction of Western Crescent and Railton Road, request assistance. Message time 1334.
It's polonium.
What's polonium?
Well, combined with lithium, the two together form an initiator. That's a detonator for a bomb.
Bomb?
An atomic bomb.
Pull over, Gregorio, will you?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been driving Comrade Colonel Philby lately.
Yes, Comrade General. Up to Christmas.
Where have you been driving him? Gregorio, do you know who I am? So tell me, where did you drive him?
Comrade General, I've been forbidden to...
Gregorio, you have a wife and 2 children. Do you think they will like you driving an open Jeep in Afghanistan? So, where did you drive Colonel Philby?
Comrade Professor Krylov?
Yes?
My name is General Karpov. May I have a word?
Come in.
Professor Krylov,
In the interests of the state, I want you to tell me the plan that you and Philby have been discussing with Gavorsian.
What authority have you got for this?
my authority is my rank and my service.
If you have no signed authority from the Comrade General Chairman, you have no authority at all. In fact, I might draw his attention to your line of questioning.
That might not be a very good idea. Did you know that Philby has already gone missing?
What do you mean, gone missing?
Disappeared. The rumor is that he is dead.
Shot on Gavorsian's orders.
Well, that is not my concern. The man is reckless and weak. No doubt he has overstepped the mark.
That mark is easily overstepped. You have a son, for instance?
But this can't be.
You know we do not tolerate these golden boys. 5 years in a labor camp. Not everyone survives that. The dirt, the beatings, sodomy.
I regard this report as alarmist, irresponsible, and supported by insufficient evidence.
Evidence? Can't you read? That metal disc can only be used as part of a trigger for an atom bomb.
That remains to be seen. Don't think I don't know what's going on, Preston. You're trying to worm your way back into favor by dreaming up some far-fetched drama, of which you yourself, naturally, are the hero.
Yeah, and you're kicking out anybody who doesn't make themselves available to kick your ass. But if you were to look at this thing straight, just for a moment, you might see that there is something going on out there.
It is my prerogative, as head of this country's security service...
Acting head, Sunshine. And if you ask me, you're acting like a complete asshole.
No further action. And you are suspended for insubordination. Indefinitely.
Look what we got here. You'll bite me if I feed it. So what are you sticking out this carriage for, you bloody wog? Yeah, fuck off back in the jungle. That's right, look at me when I'm talking to you. Come on, bitch. Yeah, don't fuck on me. Just go and die somewhere. Why don't all you black bastards just fuck off back to the jungle then? And take your commie fucking bastard mates with you. What's your problem, Toe Rag? You two related, eh?
Hello, Joan.
Hello.
I'm staying in tonight. You can take the evening off if you want.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Preston.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Tiger. Who's winning?
I am.
And police reports indicated that rioting continued today in the black townships outside Johannesburg, Pretoria, and Cape Town.
Come on, Tiger. Bed.
Scuffles broke out today between demonstrators and police as a further squadron of American F-111 strike bombers arrived at the U.S. Air Force base at Baywaters. The F-111s, constituting the backbone of the American nuclear capability strike force in Britain, had flown non-stop from Texas, refueling in mid-Atlantic.
Just got brains now. Got nowhere.
Hey.
You looking for someone?
No, not really.
You got a room here?
No, but I've got my car.
Let's go then.
And very soon, I would say. Just one bit, as you can see, but Daddy's in now, whether he likes it or not. I think anyone can stop him. Technically, his real name is Akiro, getting the worst of it at the moment. And he's taking it out for the big splash, and there's the splash. There it is, the full splash. And he'll never get up from that. Robert weight on him in just 8 minutes 49 of this 20-minute tag contest. As Beatty will lead the winners 2 falls to 1.
Hey, Jim, me and Eileen have been figuring you could use a little entertainment.
Well, actually, I'm rather busy at the moment.
Well, hell, you ain't too busy to be watching TV. Why don't you come down to the base for a few beers?
Yes, all right. Thank you. That would be lovely. Just give me a couple of minutes, okay?
In Asia, they tear down your symbols and they burning you with effigy. Yet the time that they're living, you know it's made for themselves and of another eternity.
You ever done any bowling, Jimmy?
Oh, America, baby.
God damn!
You're pretty good, Jimmy.
Yeah, too damn good. I'm gonna have to find something I can beat you at.
What are we gonna tell your pop? What are we gonna tell our friends when they say, ooh, la, la, wake up, little Susie?
Oh, now don't tell me you reached your limit, Jimmy boy.
I usually try and stop after Gallagher, so.
Oh, shit. You need vodka. Marty, come here. Give us 2 large Moscow mules, Toronto. Even that'll kick a hole in that famous British Reserve. Nazdravia. That's Rusky for up yours.
Ostrovia.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, given all
Cool. You British are real cool. Most of these boys are just all hat and no cattle.
Sounds painful.
doing things that you don't
I ought to be getting back, I mean.
Yeah?
But if
Okay.
you love him, you forgive him.
Yeah, you get real bored around here. These people treat us like such dopes. To tell the truth, I sometimes wonder what we're doing here at all.
Yes, I can understand that.
Do you get bored too, Jimmy? Bored stiff?
I ought to be getting back.
Come to fly a kite, sir? Now I land it.
Very good.
Let's go and get it.
It's an interesting report, John. You're pretty sure about this, I take it?
And somewhere out there, there's a Soviet agent assembling an atomic bomb. Yes.
I don't suppose you heard. A sleeper transmitter has just gone active in East Anglia. Sent 2 messages, first 2 weeks ago, but the second, soon after your Glasgow incident.
So he's already asked for a replacement disc.
And if you were still on the case, how would you track him down?
Well, we know he's at least one component short. I would start by working on the recent immigration records of all Soviet bloc citizens. Try to pick out the courier.
All right. I can get you those records. I'll have them brought round to your flat.
Okay. Just keep Harcourt Smith off my back.
Oh, he's much too busy working on his knighthood.
Timmy!
First of all, there'll be a core of uranium, probably round at about 5 inches in diameter. Now, there'll be a 2-inch diameter hole right through the center. Over here, we have a 2-inch diameter rod, also uranium-235. Now, when the rod is rammed into the heart of the fissionable core, the mass of the two together rises beyond the critical threshold, and that's when things start to get exciting. The fissionable core will explode only if at the moment of criticality it's bombarded by a blizzard of neutrons, and the blizzard is created by the initiator, lithium and the polonium.
What is it that sends the plug down the tube into the mass?
Any old plastic explosive. I believe you know about that.
So, what we're looking for is some plastic explosive, a detonator, 2 small discs, a tube, a round metal case, and a rod of uranium.
And the uranium ball. The thing about uranium, it's heavy. Twice as heavy as lead. That ball alone would take a strong man to lift 2-handed.
But in size, it's about as big as a small football.
Yeah, a child's football.
If an atomic bomb explodes on an American base, they'll be blamed for a nuclear accident, and the British will kick them out. That will destroy NATO. But if Petrovsky is caught with those components, Russia will be blamed for breaking the 4th protocol. Gavorshин will have forced us back into the Cold War.
Denounce him to the president.
On what evidence?
Well, what about this professor, Krylov?
Krylov?
Krylov.
Krylov would change his story in 5 minutes, if he lived that long. And then Gavorshин would simply destroy me.
Destroy us all.
Gavorshин need not last forever.
I want to die in my bed. No, I can't. So, what will you do?
Watch. Wait.
Next, please. Have a look at your ticket, please. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Danke. Hi, Tiger.
Haven't you finished playing yet?
Not yet.
Can I have a go?
Press one of those there. Charlie is from East Germany. Ducio, where's he from?
Yugoslavia.
Dushki Witz is from...
Czechoslovakia.
And Dush... from...
Poland.
And they all came into Heathrow in February and March, and nobody could pronounce their names.
Mrs. Vatanen, how was your journey from Finland?
Very comfortable, thank you. Mr. Ross.
Let me take your bags.
Irina Vasilievna of the Soviet Army Artillery Research Directorate.
Specializing in the design and construction of atomic shells, I know. Valerie Petrovsky, how do you do?
How do you do?
Unfortunately, we have a problem, though. We're still missing one component.
We got your message.
Yeah? John, we've got a break. Barry, what is it? It's the lead we've been looking for. Yeah? I'm on my way. I'll be ready.
This way. Here we are.
And where are you sleeping?
We're husband and wife, remember?
I think not, Comrade Major.
So what have we got?
Austrian name of Winkler. He had a Duff visa, so immigration checked out the passport. It's forged, all right, and Winkler was the name of a spy the FBI busted 3 years ago in California. We ran it through the computer, found out his real name was Ivan Timoshenko, KGB agent specializing in radio equipment.
The transmitter in East Anglia?
Yes, and we've just heard he's booked on the 6:30 to Colchester tonight.
We've got 15 minutes. We'd better get a move on.
I'm doing my best, John.
Where will I be working?
Upstairs, in the attic. So, how about a drink?
Don't! Keep that away from the bowl.
How big is this bomb going to be?
1.5 kilotons. Should devastate about 2 square miles.
That's a lot of damage.
I imagine it'll kill somewhere between 2,000 and 5,000 people. Hand me that battery. Tighten those struts, will you? Armed and primed. Now, you'll have 2 hours to detonate. Turn the key 90 degrees clockwise. Press the button, then the timer's running. Is that clear? Okay, let's move this. Good.
When do I get the go signal?
The Radio Moscow English newscasts at 9. When you hear the words Colonel Gaddafi in the third item.
Colonel Gaddafi, okay.
Wait. Now I have to give you this. Is everything all right?
Yes. Just confirming your instructions. I turn the key clockwise, press the button, then I have 2 hours before detonation.
Yes, 2 hours.
I suppose I ought to tell Moscow we're ready. But before I go...
I thought you'd get to that.
key.
Your friends arrived, Mr. Hardcastle.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, Barry. What'd you find out?
The place is owned by 2 Greek Cypriots. Entered the country in '76. Must have been in deep cover ever since. The KGB is really pulling out the family silver on this one.
Does Irving think the transmitter's based here?
Yeah. How about Winkler?
He's still in there. Who'd you bring with you?
George. He's parked in a company transit down the road.
Oh, well, you boys have everything covered, so I think I'll go and get some sleep.
John?
What is it?
Winkler's leaving.
Let him go.
But he could be out of the country by tomorrow.
So he'll tell Moscow that the modern transmitter is secure and recently serviced. Winkler's only small fry. I think the jackpot's in that cafe.
And I feel lucky.
Anti-nuclear protesters have continued to stream into Suffolk in preparation for tomorrow's demonstration at Baywaters, the American strike bomber base. The organizers of the rally claimed that by tomorrow attendance would top 50,000 in protest of the tactical nuclear weapons carried by the F-111s based there. They said the demonstration would make its point peacefully.
John, Barry, there's a man standing at the end of the road.
A Suffolk police spokesman said they were never
What does he look like?
cancelling all police moves
Tall,
through the
well-built,
weekend as a precaution.
wearing a raincoat. He looks as though he's carrying something.
The demonstrators,
He's moving towards the cafe.
arrived by coach, car, rail, and on foot. Many preparing to spend tonight camping in open farmland surrounding the base.
Got him.
Let me see.
And already a number of scuffles have been reported between the demonstrators and local farmers.
What's he carrying?
I don't know.
It's a motorcycle helmet.
But ever since Baywaters was used last year,
Get over to the chalet, George, and stand by the phone.
Right.
John?
Yeah?
I found the motorbike. Engine still hot.
Fix a bleeper and come back here.
Yes. A message from the transmitter in Britain, General Devotion. Everything in place, awaiting signal. Very well, sir.
George,
Yes, John.
tell Irving to hit the Greeks now. You guide them in.
Do I take the next left? And then right.
This guy's really moving. Where are we now?
We're into Suffolk and we're heading towards Ipswich. He stopped. In the town. And then right again at the next one.
He's still there. That's over 4 minutes. This must be it. What's happening?
There's been a big accident. The main road's blocked.
Hang on, Barry. Who signed for this van?
You did.
RAF Baywaters?
It's the American nuclear base.
That's where he's heading. He's turned off to the right.
Looks like a dead end.
Keep going for about half a mile. I'll be in touch.
Two people who are believed to have been responsible for the attack were later shot dead by soldiers. We'll have our next news at 11 o'clock.
All over the country, always here with you. Radio 2.
Good morning, madam. I've come to read the meter.
What now?
My identification. Jim Ross, that's right. How long has he lived here?
2 months.
Does he live alone?
No, a woman arrived day before yesterday. I think it's his wife.
So what's all this about?
I want to borrow this house for a little while.
What?
That's not his wife over there, you know. He murdered his wife and 3 children with a shotgun.
God!
North American service of Radio Moscow.
Just in case you tuned in late, I'm Nikolai Kornikov, and I'd like to remind you that with me in the studio are 2 Soviet jazz critics, Alexei Potapov and Dmitry Ukhov. And we're going to listen to some in-depth jazz coming to you in the North American service of Radio Moscow.
Our friend is in Cherry Hayes Close, northwest of the airbase. I'm in the house opposite number 14. It's the solar house at the end of the row. Come in over the waste ground at the rear. The back door is open. Out. Sir Nigel Irvin, please.
And with that, we end from Radio Moscow. Hello, everybody. Today we'll announce the results of our Russian language contest.
I'm in here, Barry. Upstairs, front bedroom. Number 12. I think there's someone in the attic as well. Hello, Chief. Yes, he's in the house next to the American Air Base at Baywaters. Yeah, I think we should.
Captain Lyndhurst, Assault Team Commander. Is Preston here?
Through there.
I'm Julian Lyndhurst.
John Preston. Have they told you anything?
Just that he's a terrorist.
Oh, he's more than just a terrorist. He is a top Soviet agent. A pro.
Is he alone?
Maybe there's a woman in there. He's armed with a bomb.
How big a bomb?
Atomic bomb.
The time is 9 o'clock. You are listening to the English language service of Radio Moscow. And here is the news. Your reader, Paul Koslow.
In Afghanistan today, democratic government forces, assisted by their Soviet comrades in arms, continued their sweep against fascist CIA-backed rebels in the country. correspondent in Kabul reports that the government forces...
Entering Cherry Haze, 15 seconds.
Go ahead.
And large areas of the valley have been liberated and restored to democratic control. The arrival of government and Soviet forces have everywhere been greeted with jubilation by the liberated...
Ginger!
Hold position. There's a civilian on the street.
Ginger! Ginger! Come on!
At the graveside of Caine, who died last Sunday in a helicopter accident. The Afghan defense minister...
Ginger, come on down from there.
We're bloody exposed out here.
While trying to escape to join the rebels as lies and distortions. Continuing his tour of collective farms in the Moldavian Republic, Politburo member I.L. Yeznansky predicted further record grain harvests this year for Soviet agriculture. To a cheering crowd of farm workers...
Easy. Easy.
For Christ's sake. With the order of heroes of Soviet labor...
Ginger!
Fruit, hogs, and corn, and thus setting an example to the whole nation. In Libya today, progressive Arab leaders, invited by the Libyan leader, Colonel Gaddafi, met to discuss further measures in the continuing struggle against American and Zionist imperialism in the Middle East.
Shut up!
We needed to talk to him.
Sorry, boss. Orders.
I'll be a couple of minutes.
Okay, Dad.
We are gathered here today to give thanks for the life of our friend, Sir Bernard Hennings. We are grateful for the privilege of having known him. For all of us, I believe, have had our lives enriched and enhanced by the example he has set us. For Bernard conducted himself throughout his distinguished career with unfailing cheerfulness, with generosity of spirit, and with charity. In commemorating him today, I do not think it is too much to say that his passing marks the end of an era. It is our fervent desire that he may gain here the peace and tranquility he longed for.
Preston, what do you want?
I've been trying to speak to you for 2 weeks. I want to know why the Russian was killed.
I believe he was crawling towards an atomic bomb at the time.
No, he wasn't. He was executed on your orders. Or was it on yours, General? Why did you send Winkler, your man with the obviously forged passport, to lead us to Petrovsky? You deliberately wasted the whole operation. Why did you do that, General? You and Irving set it up, didn't you? You gave us Petrovsky in return for the evidence that you will use to destroy Gavoshin. You could well become the next chairman of the KGB.
Preston, you're out of your depth.
It's all a game to you, isn't it? You don't give a shit about anything except your lousy careers. Neither of you. It's about time they put you in a fucking museum.
Do you think he'll talk?
Where are we going?
Home!